All righty. We are live. Uh hey there, Knicks fans. How you doing? You know who it is. It's your boy Jonathan Macri with you for the probably the final regular season watch along. We'll see how the next couple days go. We'll obviously see how tonight goes. We'll see what the results are of the other games. We may do one tomorrow. We may even do one on Sunday, I suppose. But might be the last one of the regular season. And then the plan is going to be for us to do a watch along. I think for every playoff game, if not every, I'm pretty sure every playoff game. That's the tentative plan. Sometimes life conspires, but that is the intention. But anyway, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. And curious how people are feeling about tonight. Not like necessarily as far as how the team will perform, because if you're a Knicks fan in the year of our Lord 2026, there was always something in the back of your mind wondering how the team is going to show up. Although, I don't know, 3 straight games they've come out in the first quarter, I think, playing pretty well. Obviously, only one of those games with the normal starting lineup, but I think the Atlanta game, I was like, as anybody who watched the Atlanta post game could probably tell, I was pretty invigorated by the Atlanta game. I liked the game itself. I liked a lot of the things that happened within the game. Obviously, a lot of the conversation centering around Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson, and those two guys able to make some beautiful music together. Obviously, the fact that the Hawks play more traditional drop coverage because they don't really have the idea. I mean, it's not that they can't switch. They obviously can switch, and they did a lot of switching. But as with Towns specifically, like playing drop against Towns specifically, you could say it's a good matchup for that reason. It didn't matter to me because we've seen the Knicks collectively as a team, Brunson and Towns together, Towns individually. Like, just because a matchup is theoretically plays into certain strengths does not mean they always have taken advantage of that matchup. Just look no further than some of the efforts they have had against some truly desultory teams this year. So I was very encouraged by the Hawks game. Coming into tonight, I'm going to be curious to see the intensity level, and I don't say that as someone who has at times lost my shit because they have not brought the requisite intensity. It's funny because I actually don't feel like this is, and maybe I'm in the minority. Maybe I'm like, God knows I don't always see things the way other fans do. This does not have the feel of like a must-win game. This doesn't have the feel to me of like, Knicks got to show up. They got to put their foot down. They got to, show Boston that what happened in the playoffs, last season, like wasn't a mirage or anything like that. I obviously want to go see them play well, but I think we're now close enough to the dance kind of starting. And like, I look, the Knicks obviously could still fall to 4. Boston could get upset in the first round. I mean, shit, the Knicks could get upset in the first round. I'm sure they're not going to be looking past the first round, but like, it feels like we are on a collision course for this to be a second round matchup. And knowing that, and like with the history between the two teams, obviously they played the series last year, but also regular season history. I don't know. I'm not. I'll just speak for myself. I'm not as juiced for this game as I probably thought I would have been. Now, all that being said, the Celtics don't have the Jaylen Brown, who, despite the fact that there are numbers out there that would indicate that they are better when he does not play than when he does. He is the guy that's going to finish, whether it's 5th or 6th in MVP voting, might make first team All NBA, and he's not playing. The Knicks, by contrast, have their entire allotment of players. So like if the Knicks went out there and gave it the like really gave it a full effort or even a full-ish effort and Boston won this game, yeah, on its face that would be worrisome. I guess that's an outcome, all things being equal, I would sooner avoid. Um, especially since I know what the reaction to that is going to be. But again, I'm more honestly at this point, I'm like just curious because for as much as these teams have obviously played several times already this season, the first one being in the first week when it looked like Boston might be on their way to like a 30-win season. And then Jaylen Brown had that great game picking apart the Knicks defense. And then that great Super Bowl Sunday game where, the Celtics couldn't hit a three, but the Knicks played genuinely well in that game. Like they defended hard, they defended well, thought their offensive process was good. So but none of those matchups have felt like Boston, New York did last year. And maybe that's just because the Celtics were such a heavy favorite last year. I don't know. Tonight, even without Brown, something about Tatum being back, for me, it feels more like, okay, this is Knicks Celtics, And I'm just going to be, again, I'm just going to kind of be curious to see how it looks. I'm going to be curious to see how the Celtics do or do not attack the Knicks defense. I'm obviously going to be curious, as I always am, when the Knicks play one of these teams that has the sort of physical wings to throw at Cat. Like, what is Cat going to do? How is Cat going to play? He has not had the greatest success against Boston this year, or honestly, since he's been a Knick. So all that's interesting stuff. Meanwhile, I have Raptors Heat on, which I just realized was not live. So I just updated to live. So I have Raptors Heat on. I think we're rooting for the Raptors in that game, right? I think, pretty sure. And then I have on my third TV Sixers Rockets that is not getting started for another 18 minutes. Anyway, okay. Shout out to Armin in the chat. Shout out to Kevin in the chat. Shout out to Chris Dayton, my guy in the chat, recent super chat of the night award winner. And of course, my guy, forever and ever, Ray Marcano with the super chat. You're very kind, Ray. Thank you for a season of superb content, my friend. Pleasure's all mine. Pleasure's all mine. It's been a good year. This has been a better year for me personally than last year. I think in some ways it's been the highs have certainly been higher than last year. Lows have been lower. But it's been a good year. It's been a good year for Knicks Film School. So let's hope, it goes further than last year did. Shout out to Daniel Barry Sports Highlight. Happy Thursday. Hello, everyone. And of course, the MVP of any room he's in, whether it's a physical room or a chat room, Frank Miranda. I'm sure Frank is going to be nothing but positive vibes tonight. So just to sync everyone up, we are about to tip off, or I'm about to tip off, and the ball is up, and Boston wins the jump. Okay. And something happened with the jump that they have to do the jump again, of course. And it didn't look like Carl knew that they were going to do the jump again because he forgot to jump. All right. So we're underway. Looks like traditional matchups all around. Hiding Brunson on Sam Hauser, as you would expect. Nice, aggressive, strong, pushing the pace from Mikal Bridges. Nice lefty finish at the off the glass. So good start for the Knicks, up 2-0. Shout out to, of course, the legends Mike Breen and Clyde Frazier on the call for this. Got an early switch here to get OG off of Tatum, and now Brunson onto Tatum, and Tatum kind of makes quick work of him. Thankfully, Derek White misses a three. So that's, again, one lazy pass, and they got rescued. Hart bypassing an open corner three, but McCall with the relocation. So Knicks up 5-0. One of the things to watch for, obviously, is how hard the Knicks are going to work. And again, tonight is not necessarily an indication of how hard they will work if these teams play each other in the playoffs, how hard they will work to keep Brunson out of switches. And so right there, Brunson, they don't even try to avoid the switch. Brunson willingly switches onto Tatum. Tatum takes, semi-contested three. So again, something will they, oh, wow, McCall. Whoa, what got into Mikal Bridges with a post up? Holy shit. Did someone pay him off to do that? Great job. Wow. Okay. 7-0 Knicks. Yeah. I don't know that I get the sense that the Celtics, or for that matter, the Knicks, honestly, are playing this one at like, oh, Jesus, Josh. What are you doing? What was that? Josh, the vibes were so good. And then you fell down and you just gave the ball away. What the fuck, man? By the way, McCall is the second game in a row he's been aggressive at the start, because against Atlanta, he had those 2 dunks in out of the first 10 points. And now here's JB working up Derek White. Hopefully he has better first 3 quarters than he did the other night. So, not the greatest 2 last possessions. Put it kindly. Oh, Josh. All right. So Josh and Jalen early on are having the sort of games that they had to start versus the Hawks. And Josh is, of course, going to be looking for a call. He's not going to get that call. Come on. You're gonna get called for the foul every time there, dude. It'd be Josh Hart, needing to be taken out of the starting 5 because he is the death knell to all things good offense is something. Oh God, come on, get a free throw rebound. Are you kidding me? Oh, and then another one. I can't even finish my thought because this team is just giving up nothing but offensive rebounds, and now, of course, they pay for it with a corner 3. All right, so I think I was right in my skepticism a minute ago that the Knicks were not exactly coming out with some kind of massive edge here or chip on their shoulder or any sort of thing, because that was the effort on that possession was pretty abhorrent as Jalen Brunson falls down. Cat, decent look from deep. Anyway, but Josh Hart needs to play well, because if Josh Hart is not playing well, then he should not be with these starters, and he will drag down these starters. And there's just too often where he's not been good enough, including right now. Armin pointing out the rebounding has been pretty poor the last few games. The amount of offensive rebounds that they gave up against the Hawks was kind of disconcerting. And that coming not too long after the Charlotte game, where that was their worst rebounding game of the year. And just like that, the Celtics rattle off a 9-0 run. Be nice if the Knicks could do something to stop that. They've had some pretty poor possessions. I mean, the Knicks have not done anything well since the first couple of possessions. Again, it's weird because obviously there's no reason for the Knicks not to want to win this game. Obviously they should want to win it. That should go without saying, but there also, it doesn't feel like there is any sort of an air of desperation. I don't know. Okay, well, Cat Brunson 2-man game. Cat misses the 3, but you like to see that. Took the shot when he was open. I also like 2 early Cat 3s. And then there's Tatum walking right into an open 3 with Cat in drop. Listen, I don't know how they're going to play those high pick and rolls, but I really would rather it not be that way. I had one too many flashbacks of how those games went to start last year. That can't be. So OG Anunoby just gets fouled on a long two, and that was an early clock fadeaway long two. There's just never an excuse for that. Like, what? It's not something like it's one shot, but it's like, you see that early on in a game, and it's like that's one of those shots where you're like, oh, okay, OG hasn't gotten a shot up yet. How many minutes have gone by? 4 minutes have gone by. Well, that's not that's not what you want. As he makes the first free throw. So Terror says the Knicks beat Detroit and Boston last year, and they're still the underdog. You would think that lights a fire under them. Trying to have any rhyme or reason for why this team operates the way it does or does not operate is fool's gold. Or is a fool's errand, excuse me. Mixed up my fool metaphors. They truly do march to the beat of their own drummer. Okay. Why would you try to even? Okay. Well, I guess you're pushing the pace. Okay. Now drive, OG. Don't settle. Don't what? So OG has Sam Hauser on him, and he doesn't drive. Settles for a long two. Of course, it goes in. I still don't love the shot. And there's Keita getting sprung for an easy alley-oop. Again, what's the plan for that? What's the plan for Tatum gets you deep into the paint? Like, Towns has to be taking something away there, and he didn't really take anything away. I swear, Carl sees these green jerseys sometimes, and so I liked that look from Brunson because it felt like he was open, but Knicks, I think, have hit 1-3. Ugh. And that is the third or fourth offensive rebound given up by the Knicks. 13-11 Celtics. Boston up early. All right. So here is Carl trying to take Neemias Queta off the dribble. It went about as you would have expected. Carl is still on the floor. It is still 5-on-4. And now Carl gets back into the play. Thankfully, it's Jordan Wall shooting from the corner. That will not be Jordan Wall shooting from the corner normally. That's shit like those drive. I thought when Carl was going well, when he was like really in a groove for like that 6-week time frame, and especially towards the end of that time frame, I thought he largely avoided those possessions where he would get the ball at the top of the key and kind of size up the defender and then try to take the defender off the dribble. And I thought he was doing a lot more like getting the ball on the move or quick pump fake and go, like not allowing the defender to load up. And in that possession, he allowed Keita to like get his stance, like get ready for the drive. And I just, man, I really wish those went the way of the dinosaur. Not that they don't go in sometimes, but when you look at the different types of results that could ensue, offensive rebound, missed shot, fall on the floor, 5-on-4 the other direction. Like that was a wide open shot that the Knicks just gave up in the corner. Just happened to miss. So 13-11 early, not really enamored with how the Knicks are playing, but they're only down 2. So, yay for that. Kevin Danishevsky, his usual plea. Can we effing excise this effing starting lineup, please? It's not going to happen, Kev. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. If it was going to happen, it would have happened. There were so many opportunities where it would have happened. And you could tell me, Deuce injury, Shamet injury. No. If it was going to happen, it would have happened already. It's not going to happen. Because, and this, I don't know if I've said a version of this explicitly, but like, I think I had this rant. I forget. I have a lot of rants nowadays, so I forget what's what. But like, Brown was hired to collaborate with the front office. if organizationally they thought that there was a different starting lineup that would fix things, they would change it. And the fact that they're not changing it, I mean, you might think that the whole collective groupthink in the organization is just wrong. Well, maybe it is, but at the same time, there's an awful lot of people out there who have an awful lot of praise for how this organization has been run and so on and so forth. So they seem to think they know something, but who the hell knows? I know you know, Kev. You could take the Tibbs out of the Knicks, but you can't take the stubbornness out. Well, they're always going to be a little bit stubborn. So, Frank Miranda, we need to find out what's going on in the locker room. The Knicks should hire Diana Rossini. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. Should I know who that is? Chris Dayton. Fred's driving on a donut tire analogy today regarding the starting lineup was a classic. I have not listened to I'm assuming that was on Cats and Shoot. I haven't got it. I've been so Thursday is my wife's day at her office. And kids are obviously home for spring break, so I was on dad duty the entirety of the day. I did not have time to do a blessed thing other than lots of arts and crafts. Nice wide open look from for OG from the top of the arc, which missed. Okay. So we got some subs in at what is it? 13-11, and who's in? We got Landry Shamet in for McCall. Interesting. And also we should note no Tatum on the floor. Obviously Brown is out for the game. You would think, come on, Hart. It's wide open corner three. Got to take it. Took it. Rimmed in and out. I think the Knicks have not made a three since that McCall three to start the game. Yeah, they're 1 of 6, but then again, Boston's 1 of 8, so it's hard to complain. And there's okay. So now the Knicks have been outscored 4-0 since Tatum went to the bench. What an atrocious pass attempt from Josh Hart. They're kind of playing like shit. And Josh Hart in particular I do not like how Josh Hart's playing at all. Some poor decisions, poor execution. Nice. That was a beautiful move from Jalen Brunson. Thank God. All right, 17-13 Celtics up. And now Bridges coming back in. Don't get a foul. I don't know what the hell that was. And we got 3 subs about to come in. So one thing the Knicks can't do if these two teams play each other in the second round is allow Peyton Pritchard to go crazy in the series. He really did not hurt them that much in the series last year, and they were very lucky. I do not think that they should count on him not hurting them again. As he drives to the hoop on Towns, like they're just looking for Towns constantly. And there's Pritchard stealing the pass right away from Josh Hart. What the fuck is Josh Hart doing? Josh Hart is not in the basketball game. He's like on the floor, but he's got his head so far up his ass, he can't even see the court. Like, what the fuck? This is the shit that gives the Hart haters ammunition. Fucking A, man. Nice job drawing the foul. But, like, just some boneheaded stuff from Josh Hart so far tonight. And constantly looking for help from the refs. Yeah, so underwhelming kind of stuff across the board from a lot of Knicks. But again, I told you before the game started, I did not have the feel that like this was like, you know, some sort of gotta win, gotta show up game. But to be down like they are, man, Boston's not even playing well. They're not hitting shots. That's the most disconcerting thing. Boston is I think, what are they, 1 of 8 from 3, and the Knicks are down 19-13. Hart just missed a free throw. Yeah, they're playing like shit on both ends. Oh, Kev, hush you. Josh Hart does make me proud to be a Knicks fan, always, but he could still play like shit. All right, they got the Mitch switch. Let's see what Tatum does with this one. This is well defended. That was really well defended. And of course, there's Baylor Shireman going for the rebound. Josh Hart with his hands up. He was the closest Nick. Come on, man. I really want to get Josh Hart out of the game. And it leads to a Celtics bucket. This backup unit has come out and is completely and totally out energizing New York. And Mike Brown, of course, predictably calls the timeout. It's good defense, too, from Shemet. Hush Zeus says, ask, why does Josh Hart get this long of a leash? Because he does a lot of stuff that helps you win normally. But he also has games where he goes out there and he plays like this. You know, he's not above bad games. I think by and large, he's had a really nice season. He's had a very efficient season. He's checked a lot of boxes this season, obviously. But he's having a bad game tonight. The thing with Josh Hart is when he has a bad game, you know, it's because it's Josh Hart and because there are a lot of people that want him benched already, it like stands out a lot more. So, but yeah. Oh, Armin, I disagree with this strongly. Armin's saying he hasn't done a lot of stuff in a month. I don't agree with that. I think Hart's been plenty good for a while. More or less. You could always point to poor games, but John, we joke in chat BCC that if Josh killed Cat on the court, you would still not kill Josh tonight. Yeah, I'm almost never going to kill Josh. Listen, if Josh plays badly, I'll say he plays badly. Like he's playing like shit tonight. I'm happy to say he plays like shit tonight, but I'm always going to stand for Josh Hart because I just believe in his approach. I believe his intentions are always in the right place. And I believe far more often than not, he helps you win basketball games. He's obviously not helping them tonight. He's not playing well. But he's also not the only one. Well, score currently 21-14. I mean, the fact that the Celtics only have 21 points with a little under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, completely because they are now 1 of 10 from 3. And the most problematic part is the Knicks have 14 points. And it's like the offense is like in the middle of nowhere. They're 1 of 7 from 3, but like, I don't know, what quality attempts have they gotten up? I feel like I have not seen many. Let's hope that changes. And the other thing about Josh Hart, just so everybody we're on the same page, I'm always going to stand for him because there's a lot of people that kill him. So someone needs to stand up for Josh Hart. And I'm very, very listen. If there is a way that I could stand up for a player that I believe in and like, whilst also pissing off a bunch of people in the process, that's that is whipped cream and a cherry on top of my ice cream. Please rate, subscribe, and review. All right, nice play to get Shamet sprung open from the corner. First three the Knicks have hit since the opening minutes. Does good. So we got Deuce, Mitch, and Shamet in the game with McCall and Brunson. I like this lineup, even though Brunson just got duked out of his shoes. That's a good job by the Celtics keeping that alive. So the issue, obviously, with this lineup is it's small, and which is why you had no issue with the effort on the boards there, but you still got it tapped out. So we got an inbounds here, 209, 21-17 Celtics. Very curious to see how this lineup does. So Anunoby, we should say, now in for Shamet. Shamet, very short stint here. Well, maybe not very short. Short-ish. But interesting that Mike Brown pulled him as quickly as he did. Maybe seeing the size issue. Pass out. Pass out. All right, that's got to be a foul. That's a good job by Deuce. That's a good job by Deuce drawing the foul there. And it was a good job by Brunson resetting the play and not taking a hard shot. Bill Peterfriend, there are times that it seems like they are playing together for the first time. There is still not enough consistency or offensive cohesiveness. Yeah, for sure. Especially, there's no reason the starters should ever look as disjointed as they consistently do. Like tonight was another night where, like, what explanation would you have for some of the possessions that they have? Obviously, some of it's just missed shots, but some of it's a little bit more than that. J Max says you could love Josh Hart while still holding him accountable and making lineup changes. Deuce with a steal. Oh, come on. Finish this play. You got to be kidding me. So Deuce goes for an alley-oop to OG, which misses. And then, of course, Shireman from the corner gets it. You got to be fucking kidding me. And then Mitch can't get the putback. Feels like they should be down a lot more than 6. Brunson with a nice above the break 3. Anyway, yeah, of course. If I thought taking Josh Hart out of the starting 5 would make the team better, I would be standing for it. I don't believe that it'll make the team better. Man, Pritchard, that's way too easy for Pritchard to bring Deuce into the post down there like that. And he's done that before, unfortunately. I don't think I think Pritchard looks at the small guys who defend him on this team as like food. Nice job by Brunson getting that foul call. So that is the one thing with these Celtics young defenders is, and I love every one of these young Celtics between Walsh, Hugo, Shireman, like all these guys are just like the sorts of players that I would love. Like I would kill to have these guys on the Knicks. Just my sorts of guys, just like all out effort, winning plays left and right, complementary pieces, don't need shots, but when they get shots, they make them. Like can't be impressed enough with what the Celtics have put together as far as those young players. All that said, they are young. And if Brunson can get these guys on a switch, like that's got to be food in this series if it happens. All right. So 26-23, Celtics still up. Tatum's back in probably just for the last possession. See if they get a stop here. Stopping a score would be nice. Really unimpressive first quarter. Good recovery from OG. Really good recovery from OG. Reset the possession. 5-4. You can't let... You can't... So that is a breakdown. You cannot let Brunson hits a 3. That is such an infuriating defensive possession because you had Tatum in no man's land at the top of the arc with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. And you allowed him to dribble down into the lane like enough that the help came off of Pritchard, who Jason Tatum's been making that pass to Peyton Pritchard for fucking 3 years. That's auto pass. You know, that's that. Jason Tatum could do that with his fucking eyes closed. And Peyton Pritchard's going to hit that of a wide open three. Come on, give me a break. That is the sort of breakdown that is infuriating to me, and that will overshadow, you know, so many other good defensive possessions. Not that they had them a lot in that quarter, but what a fucking disaster that possession was. I you know, you cannot. And there's no Cat to blame, no Hart to blame. Like you had Mitch up there, like you had your good defensive group in there. Really just despicable stuff. So Knicks down 29-26. I don't like how they played at all. Brunson had some nice, obviously he made some threes, which is great to see. 2 or 3 from behind the arc, 10 points. So he's making shots. That's good. Mikal Bridges 3 for 3. He looked good early on. It's really about it. I don't really have much else nice to say about them. Celtics finally got some threes to go down. They are 3 of 12 from behind the arc, which is still obviously not great. Knicks shooting 40%, 4 of 10. You know, okay. To be down 3 when the Celtics haven't hit threes, very worrisome. Turnovers tied. 4 offensive rebounds for the Celtics. Can't happen. Just can't happen. Yeah, that's really it. Okay. All right, let's get some other chats up here. Yeah, regarding that play that I've been lamenting, that's on Deuce. Yeah, it is on Deuce. It's on Deuce, but he's still working his way back. So I guess if I'm going to forgive a play, I'll forgive it for that reason. Matt Falk, only the Celtics have a coach that took them to the finals, get fired for an affair, and stumble into a better one. Maz is a top 3 coach in the league. You know, you got Spo. Honestly, Spo's the only coach that I would feel comfortable saying is a better coach than Mazzulla. Like Mazzulla just brings so much, and Mazzulla you get the benefit of the culture and you get the benefit of the great coaching. Anthony says this team has too many problems with a week before the playoffs, you know, or they just are not playing this game like it's a playoff game. Chris Dayton says, I feel like we should be down 10 or more. Completely agree. GC Malerba, what's your most feared first round matchups? One, nothing to do with Charlotte. That's looking very unlikely now. Would rather not play Atlanta. That team, I think they beat Atlanta, but I would rather not play Atlanta, all things being equal. I got to tell you, I've, like everybody, have had Toronto as like the most desirable first round matchup for like a long time now. And I'm pretty sure I still do. They're playing good ball right now. Like they started off as who was that? Deuce missed the top 3 to start the second. Like they started off, they were down, I think 7-0 or 9-0. I was watching the beginning of the game. They were down early against the Heat. Another open-ish corner 3 from Boston that missed. And then now they're up by 17 points. Oh, what a pass from Jordan Clarkson. Great pass from Clarkson to Mitch for the alley-oop. Yeah, there is no chance that Jordan Clarkson is going anywhere in this rotation. It was like you know, I get it. The beat reporters, this is their job, but like people like reporting like, oh, looks like this is the 9 for the playoffs. Like, of course this is going to be the 9 for the playoffs. Did anybody, once Clarkson started playing like this, think for a second that this was not going to be the 9? Like once it hit like week 3 where Clarkson was doing this, it's like you can't take him out of the rotation. Not the way Alvarado was playing. All right, what's going on here? What's going on? It's a violation. Yeah. Well defended. Good job. So we should say for the second game in a row, Mike Brown starting the second quarter, no Cat, no JB. Who's on the floor? Clarkson, Deuce McBride, Landry Shamet. So the three little guys not named Jalen Brunson, and then OG and Mitch. So again, it's your all defense lineup. I liked it. Some people did not seem to like it against Atlanta. I like it as giving it a look. I like it in giving it like you have enough offense in spots. In terms of guys that could put a little pressure on a defense and get the dominoes going downhill. As there's Clarkson again getting into the teeth of a defense. That's OG. That's a good look for OG. I get it. There's a guy there, but that's if someone's hurrying to recover to guard him in the corner, that's almost like an open look for OG nowadays. Okay, good defense by Mitch. Knicks, we should say, are up 31-29. OG sees the driving lane, goes, it's a great kick to Shamet in the corner. And then OG with the relocation. Come on. Look at. See, it shouldn't be the case that a lineup with one starter, OG Anunoby, is looking vastly more offensively coherent than the lineup with all five starters. I will note that Vooch is the center in the basketball game right now. And I am, OG, got you there. And I am very curious, again, if these two teams face each other in a second round series, I wonder if Vooch is getting minutes. Because the way things have been going for him, I don't know. But great stuff from the backup unit. On both ends, right up until that foul call. As my wife is home. All right, Tatum gets 2 free throws to go. Talking about OG hopefully making first team on the broadcast right now. He deserves it. A rare short floater range miss for Clarkson. That's a jump ball. Awesome stuff from Mitchell Robinson. Just absolutely A+ effort, both ends of the floor. Love everything Mitch has done so far in this game. Drew P with a good question. At this point, is it even a question that Mitch is one of our top 4 players? On a per minute basis? OG got that blocked. On a per minute basis, I wouldn't go so far as to say that there's no question. I would say on a permanent basis, Mitchell Robinson is one of their 4 best players. Yes. One of their 4 most impactful players. It's a good question. 33-31 Knicks, little under 9 to go. And Mitchell Robinson steals the ball from Vooch. Great pass. Fucking A, man. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Give me all of this. Yes. I love Mitch so much, man. Just everything you want, nothing you don't. That's his second one of those in 2 games. Getting on the floor for a steal. Awesome stuff. Love Mitchell Robinson. I know it's going to be a big summer. I know he's an impending free agent. I know there's probably complications that are going to come along on several fronts in getting him back here next year. More than anyone other than Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart. And with Josh Hart, it's very close. Very close. It would just be very strange to see Mitchell Robinson ever wearing a different uniform.
I agree. I agree 100%.
Hello, Sean.
I agree 100%. Sorry I'm late. Better late than never.
How was dinner?
Dinner was amazing.
You have your cockerel shirt on.
Yes, I have my cockerel shirt on. For my loser football team. And my football team are a bunch of losers, but so is life.
You missed what you would have.
I've been watching I was able to watch the game. I just could not join until.
Oh no, but I'm gonna say on the live stream,
yes.
If you were here, you would have needed to go change your underpants because I was accused of justifiably so, I might add, accused of too much defense of Josh Hart when he went out there tonight and played like the inside of Muskrat's asshole.
No, but it's okay. It's all right because all the other things he does. So he's allowed to play like shit. It's okay.
No, he's not allowed to play like shit. He's playing like shit tonight. He's not allowed to play like shit. He should have been taken out of the basketball game. He was taken out of the basketball game. But he's always gonna be my guy.
Well, listen. The thing is, when you point that out, the Heart Vengers come for you, and they come and I was gonna do a whole Trump impersonation, but I'm not gonna do that.
Oh my god!
You know which one I'm referring to, right?
No, I don't.
And
I don't want. I haven't listened to a political.
There is a viral video of the president of the United States that has been the double entendres in there.
Oh yes, no. I did see that. I actually did see that, and I forget. Someone tweeted it with like,
yes,
yeah, I saw
yes.
I saw the video, and it was very funny. And why is Matthew Modine getting an award, Garden of Dreams Hero Award? Okay, that's good.
It's okay to like Josh Hart and criticize him, everyone.
I'm
not talking to you. I'm not talking to you, guilty conscience. I'm not talking to you.
No, but listen, there's always going to, for as long as he's on this team, and more importantly, for as long as he starts on this team, there's always going to be conversations about when he should start. So, as justifiably so. Bill Peterfriend, what contracts do Mitch and Deuce get? Going to be an interesting summer. Well, Deuce, they don't need to give any contract because he's on a contract for another year. Mitch, I think Mitch I think he, given the injury situation and given the fact that he's a 20-minute a night player who's only going to play maximum 60, maybe 65 games a year, I think he's a guy who starts at the full non-taxpayer mid-level. And I think that's what he'll get. And I think that's fair value. Anthony Perino, keep Mitch no matter what. I could not agree more. I would love nothing more than for Mitchell Robinson to continue to be here. Again, a little bit of a breakdown on defense there. I mean, but at least that's a breakdown born out of like aggression. Still, you can't have someone spring open under the goddamn hoop. What do you, Sean? What do you think of this lineup? So no Cat, no Brunson.
I have come all the way around, and you can call this cope or not, that Mike Brown has literally used these 82 games for experimental purposes.
I just realized we have to sync up. So Landry Shamet just hit a 3. I'm at 750, 49, 48.
Ooh, I'm way behind you, which is...
You're way behind me.
Okay, I'm at 722, 21.
Oh, so you're ahead of me.
Okay, I'm way ahead of you. Okay.
Yeah. So, right. I don't know what is Peyton Pritchard have. Did he not shower and he has like terrible BO? Why is nobody defending him?
Tell me when you get to 718, start counting down.
I will. So I guess that was an offensive foul on Landry Shamet, I'm going to assume.
You're watching on MSG, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, I'm watching on Prime.
All right, Josh Hart back in the game. What? Nothing bad could happen. Redemption starts now. He's gonna do something bad, isn't he? 7. All right, I'm almost at 718. 718, 717, 716, 7-15, 7-14, 7-13, 7-12. Are we good?
I might be a half a second behind you now.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Josh for 3.
Yeah, I'm a half second behind you.
And Mitch gets fouled. Mitch offensive rebound, we should say. I think, is that his first offensive rebound? Let's see here. By the way, it's halftime of Toronto.
Oh yeah, who's winning? How's that game going?
69-50 Toronto. Miami started off very well in that game, like very well. The first half a quarter was all Miami, like they were having their way with the Raptors, and the Raptors have come all the way back around. Shamet, another good look, movement shot from 3, but still a decent look from 3.
All right, you're at probably at 650 something. Start counting.
And then Mitch just gets called for a blocking foul. What foul is that from Mitch, though? That's going to be Mitch's second. Okay, so not foul trouble per se. What am I telling you? What?
Well, I think what's thing's at the
Tatum's at the line.
Yeah, Tatum's at the line. I'm probably ahead of you, but it's fine.
Tatum just hit the first.
Okay, all right. I've paused my thing at 6:45.
Great. I'll let you know when I'll count down from once the clock starts going.
Okay.
And then we should be good.
We should be good. And then Michael Aronson, I will get to your comment in a second.
I didn't even see a comment from Michael Aronson.
It's not a super chat, but I'm feeling.
Oh no, I've been putting all the chats up.
Although your super chats are encouraged.
I mean, always, please, yes. Okay, Tatum hits the second, and now I'm going to start counting down. 6:49, 48, 47, 46, 45. All right, Knicks up 38-37. Really nice effort from this backup group. Great.
There we go.
This is awesome offense. Please hit this. That was
great offense.
It was great offense. And Cat almost had the take
the shot. Let me pull a pivot fade.
What happened?
No, because I bet Tatum over field goal attempts today. So
I bet you did.
I did it as soon as I heard the Brown news. I did it expeditiously.
Okay. All right, they're leaving Josh Hart wide open from the top, and he misses the 3. Took it, but missed it.
Oh,
was he over? I think he's over 3 now, or over 2.
Pivot fade is ahead of us. Damn it!
Not surprised. And Pritchard beats. Was that Clarkson or Hart?
That can't happen. They are killing us on the boards.
Oh, it's despicable.
Of course.
And then another offensive rebound leads to another open 3. I'm pretty sure that was Hart that didn't get to that rebound. Yeah, this is a pretty atrocious Josh Hart game so far. He has been the worst Knick. Yep, and that was him not getting to the rebound.
Josh, you have awful. One job.
Yeah, so this is a game where he's not even doing the things that are the Josh Hart things. This is any pitchforks, any torches. Every one of them is warranted for this game.
Michael Aaron says, OMG, Sean, you're right. He can be criticized, but you came for blood the last time. Michael, one, thank you, because you're always here for us. So we appreciate you as a KFS watcher. 2, if you know me by now, I come for blood for everybody. Everybody.
You don't really have a medium setting.
I don't.
You don't have a medium setting.
I mean, I do, but I just don't like to use. Sometimes the medium doesn't get the job done. It's just that when I send for people's faves, then they're like, no, don't do that. You can't talk about him. When I send for other people, like if I come for blood for Cat, no one cares, right? Or if I come for blood for Mikal Bridges, everyone's like, yeah, more. But when it comes to people's faves, listen, yesterday during after school, and shout out to everyone who was watching after school yesterday, like we had a conversation about
Hearts a -12, by the way. In a game that they're losing by 2.
It's okay because you got
no. It's not. Listen,
I'm not talking to you, guilty conscience. I'm not.
But yeah, I'm the one who's here with you, so I think you're talking to me.
You're right. I'm sorry. We had a conversation about Jalen Brunson and leadership and how he's not the quote unquote leader, the textbook definition of leader. But if you are a captain, there are some things you have to, there's a level of responsibility you have to get your team to there's a standard the standard is a standard as former football. Yes. And people in the comments are like, what more do you want him to do? He's doing everything he can. I'm like, man, please.
I mean,
so listen, not that you can get grown men to do other things, but there are certain things every team has things like that's the way we do things here. And what Monica McNutt said it on the Breakfast Club in the summer, like whatever they do, they got to maintain the culture. They got to keep
said it here first.
Yeah. And the culture of this team compared to the 2024 team is not the same. I'm not going to say it's better or worse, but I'm going to say it's not the same. And they're going to put, like, I think Mensa said it, like, when Derek Jeter is named captain of the New York Yankees, his job is not just to hit 305. Yeah. It's to be captain. And you don't get a pass when the standard is no longer the standard and you're the captain.
Well, listen, if you're appointed the captain of a team that, because of you, we should add,
yes,
is in the championship conversation, there's no heavier responsibility,
And with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, and Jalen Brunson has a lot of power, and it's not only because he takes all the shots, but because he is the star and he gets all the glory.
Yes. He gets all the glory. His jerseys are all there. All right, come on.
That's a good screen from
Cat, is a good screen. That's a good shot. There you go.
Yeah, you know what? I don't mind that. I'm never one to celebrate a long two, but that's fine.
I think long twos are.
It takes a lot of long twos is Boston.
Yes. Oh, well, the guy with the ball right now was a long two merchant for like 3 years. It kind of still is. So
that was a good job fighting.
Oh, come on. That's jump ball. Good job,
okay.
Cat.
I would like. I just need them to be quicker. They need to be quicker to the ball.
Yes.
Tonight. Like, how many offensive rebounds is it up to now?
Too many.
I got it. It's 6.
Jesus. Right. Is Charlotte still out of this? Cannot get 6? I know that's random. They're talking about it on Prime. Or they need to win out and have
I think a lot of shit needs to happen. Like, realistically speaking, I don't think it's likely. So there's Cat.
Okay, you got to hit that shot.
But that's just not a good, because he's fallen down. So automatically, now he gets back into play. So that's good. But he's not guarding Nikola Vucevic because he was trailing the play. And then Vuce gets to do that on Mikal Bridges.
The reason I said go ahead.
No, it's the second one of those drives in this game from Cat. Nice floater from Brunson. Brunson's playing well. That's the second one of those drives from Cat. And I just who throws a little party in his heart every time Cat has one of those drives is Joe Mazzulla. He will pull. For anybody who doesn't know, I'll wait till a stoppage and play.
Mm-hmm.
But
oh my goodness, Cat drove and kicked.
Come on, Josh.
Hey.
All right.
Welcome.
Let's see if that starts something. You have a lot more making up to do than just that. OG's about to come in probably for Deuce.
Yeah.
Deuce been for a while. That's a bad job. It's not moving your feet.
Yeah. Yep.
It's not moving your feet.
I feel like Mike Brown says, all right, Cat, you can get your shit off today. And because think about it, all year we have not, those drives from the top of the key have been way down this year. I feel like Mike Brown today, I was like, all right, Josh, you can. And the reason why, not Josh, Cat. And the reason why I said, Cat, you got to make that shot there is because he had
Brunson Cat's second foul, by the way.
Yeah, it's 2 more than he usually has by this time. He had Brunson wide open at the top of the 3-point line, and then he went for it anyway. I was like, all right, if you're gonna do that, you better hit it.
But even when he does hit it, when he's falling down, it's a 5-on-4 in the other direction.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I would argue that there is no better team in the league at exploiting a 5-on-4 than Boston in terms of at least getting a quality shot attempt. They will always get a quality shot attempt in a 5-on-4.
Yes.
You know?
So at least hit the freaking shot if you're going to do that shit.
Well, yeah, ideally. But, all right. So, hold on. There's free throws coming now from Derek White. So, what I was going to say before. Oh, wait, no. This is the second.
The second one.
All
right. I'll remind you during the next stop.
No, I'll remember. Anyway, so we got tie game, 44-44. The Knicks are fortunate to be in a tie game. Although Boston has missed a lot of threes. Great pass from Cat.
Yeah, it is a great pass.
Great pass. Great finish. Just great two-man game.
Deuce.
All right. So Brunson. So Hart was helping off and didn't get back.
Wow.
So that's one of those helps. Like Brunson forced. Like Tatum was fading away.
Mm-hmm.
And Brunson did a good job forcing that. Like Hart at that moment needs to be locked in enough to be like, I don't need to be over here anymore.
Yes.
I need to go by my guy, Sam Hauser, who's a fucking auto 3-point make in the corner.
Yes. You do not double off of Sam Hauser.
You know, and that's like, that's having his head up his ass. Just awful. Great job by Cat there, by the way. Yes. I'm sorry, I glossed right over that. A great job by Cat getting that to go. What?
I'm just going back and reading some of these comments on Armand is just hilarious. Josh has been on the beach since the All-Star break. That's not true.
No.
See, Armand, that's coming
too far.
You're going too far this time.
Just Jordan Walsh, just third personal. All right. Hart's on White now. Now he has to switch back onto Pritchard. So how's he going to do this? Stay with him. Okay, Cat in an active drop there. I like that.
Yo, that is an active drop.
No, that's great. That's what you want to see. Come on, Josh. Sounds great defense. That was great defense. Not good defense.
Watch your back. Defense. There you go. Come on, OG. I tailed this bet, but yours, by the way. Bang!
I looked at the number and I was like, come on. That's not good from OG.
Nope.
Unless he was trying to bait him. Do you think OG was actually baiting him there?
I give OG the benefit of the doubt.
Come on.
Bang, bang? No, too hard. Too strong.
That's okay. Playing better here. Starters, by the way.
Listen.
Not the start of the game. Hart was trying to, and he drew it. And Hart knew it. So, what I was going to say.
Yes.
Mazzola takes guys out of the game for shooting shots at the rim. And the reason is because, unless it's an open shot or a dunk or something. And it's because he's so cognizant of the best advantage you could give an opposing team is the transition advantage going the other way. And there's nothing, he believes that there's nothing more damaging than a missed shot at the rim.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But it's just crazy in a league where it's like not too long ago, it was Morey ball and it's like nothing but rim and threes. Now Mazzola is like, no, we actually, we want to set our defense. And what it's how they've kind of been able to toe this line between offensive rebounding. So because they get a lot of offensive rebounds, considering how few shots they take at the rim, but also getting back in transition. And it just makes them a really tough team to play. So when Cat does these crazy drives, that's Mazzoula's.
Yes, he's like a pig in shit.
Why do you think he wants Mitchell Robinson out of the game? Oh God. So Jalen was looking for the cut and just Josh didn't cut. Man, this has been the worst half of basketball Hart has played in quite some time.
Someone said in the chat, Josh Hart got blown by again, and I'm like, he's been getting blown by for 2 years. Not blown by, but we're getting killed.
And then they don't, and then it missed the first shot missed by Keita, and they didn't keep with it.
And by they, I mean number 32. You have one job.
And those are the possessions where when people are like, when people are like, he's an elite defensive rebounder. I'm like, he's not an elite defensive rebounder. He's a very good defensive rebounder.
Yes. The elite defensive rebounder is on the bench.
I don't even know if I would say Mitch is an elite defensive rebounder.
I mean, he's an elite rebounder. I mean, now I will say this.
Their defense just has fallen asleep these last couple of possessions. Ugh. Anyway, sorry.
No, I wonder. So actually, there's a comment here I wanted to address from Chris Dayton. So Sean, this is a rope-a-dope by Brown with Cat against the Celtics 3D chess.
Yeah.
I will say this. No, Cat doing Cat things is not 3D chess. No. But I do believe that, like, for example, it would not surprise me if we see this team in the playoffs every single second that Nehemiah Cater's on the floor, Mitchell Robinson's on the floor.
Well, you can't do that unless you want to start. Unless you want to start Mitch.
I forgot he starts now.
So I talked about this on the Patreon mailbag I just recorded. Shout out to all the Knicks Film School patrons out there. When I was talking about like matchups and whatnot. And come on, JB, get that in there. Nice. Whoo! It's been a nice half from Brunson. Does he have 20? He's got to be close.
16.
Kings of Leon Rose as a super chat we'll get to in a minute after.
Yep, let me get this off the screen.
Half is over. Come on, get a stop. Get a stop.
It was.
They knew it was coming. They did. You know what? I give Mikal a lot of credit because he read it perfectly, and I thought he got out with a lot of urgency.
Yeah,
that's a really good job by Bridges there. Be nice to go into this half with the freaking lead.
That would be.
Well, they have the lead, obviously. What's going on? Okay.
They're
getting a quality shot off.
That's good if it goes.
Yeah. Okay. Halftime. Knicks 54, Celtics 53. Let's do some overall stats, then we'll go through the box score a little bit more closely. Knicks only up by 1 despite shooting 48% from the field to Boston's 39%. Knicks not exactly scintillating from deep, 7-21, but the reason why they should feel pretty dreadful about being only up 1. Boston 5 of 21 from deep. A lot of those good looks. Rebounds, story of the first half for me. 8 offensive rebounds for Boston, 2 for the Knicks. Boston doing an exceptional job on the defensive glass. One bright spot, Knicks 14 assists on 20 made field goals. You like to see that. Turnovers have been an issue here and there for the Knicks recently. Only 5 in that half. That's good. They have been getting shots up. And then look at the box score really quick. I mentioned Brunson. Brunson has 16 on 10 shots. Pretty good. OG also a nice game so far. 10 points on 7 shots. Cat, quiet. 5 points, 2 of 7 from the field. Josh Hart, unfortunately, not quiet. Very loud. 16 minutes, -9. Mikal, quiet-ish, but actually not that quiet. He's been like noticeably good. And then not a ton of bench production. Mitch had a big moment there in the second quarter. And then that unit in general played well, played hard, but not doing a ton of scoring. And then Pritchard, the big guy for Boston, 15 points, but 12 shots.
11 in the first quarter.
11 in the first quarter. And Tatum, only 2 of 11 from the field. I suspect that he will not go 2 of 11 in the second half.
He might go 4 of 11. Listen, as long as he gets to 23 field goal attempts, fine with me.
Shall we get to the super chats that have come in since we?
Yes, sir.
All right. I think, did we get to making sure? Okay. Yeah, I think we only got 2. So Kings of Leon Rose seems insane to start the starters in the playoffs. Well, get ready for the definition of insanity.
Hey, listen. I was listening to Hot Hand Theory today, and they made a good point because apparently now the starters, their net rating is 0.1, so they're basically dead even. And the question was asked, like, would you take that as a starter? It's like, and they were like, and I think Jeff was like, yeah, because all the other Knicks lineups are so good that it can make up for it. So I was like, you call that cope, but it is what it is. But they're starting. Like they're starting.
They're gonna start, and I'll just I'll say it again. I think they. It's not like there's anybody there that is under any illusions about what is happening, but I am fairly confident that they have gamed out all of the possible alternative scenarios, including different possible changes they could make, and thought about all of the potential repercussions from those changes. And they have decided internally, like, we are going to give this starting five a chance to be literally what you just said, Sean. Like, even.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to give them a chance to basically play to a draw in the playoffs, because if they play to a draw in the playoffs, the Knicks are probably going to go to the finals.
Yes.
Is that insane? It might be.
Especially since that starting five is also really good in the fourth quarter, but not in the first.
Well, it's not even the fourth quarter. They're good in the second half.
Second half.
They're good in the third. They're good in the fourth. I mean, they're great in the fourth. They're good in the third. We got another one here from U Spree. Slow to the ball and getting cooked by Pritchard. Got to find a way to get Alvarado back in the rotation for this matchup. So interesting you say that, because we just had Mike Brown essentially, all but confirming that this 9 is going to be the 9, in the playoffs. I just don't see, if you want to play Clarkson, you want to play Douche, you want to play Shamet, I just don't see how you can play Alvarado. There's no place for him. That said, what I like about Mike Brown, and something tells me others like about him as well, is I don't think there's any question that if it was a game like this, right, in the playoffs, and Pritchard's going off, well, we might see Alvarado make an appearance in the second half, in place of, let's say, a Clarkson, right? Mm-hmm. To just give it a different look, or if Pritchard kills them in a game or something. But I think these are the 9. I think these are the 9 that deserve to start the playoffs as the 9-man rotation, and I think they'll be. Look, Alvarado's going to get some run. Kolek's going to get some. I truly believe Kolek's going to play playoff minutes, and I got to tell you, I think Mo Diawara's going to get in. And I don't want to say this. Sohan or Huck Porty is going to at some point see some hashtag meaningful minute.
Oh, Huck Porty will see some hashtag meaningful minutes. And you will see, as you have said, just because someone's out of the rotation doesn't mean that they're banished to the shadow realm.
Nope.
And I said this on After School yesterday. Like, I'm looking forward to watching Jose Alvarado eat Peyton Pritchard's lunch in the playoffs. Like, situationally, be like, all right, enough of this. Right.
Yes.
But yeah, that will happen. Like, you have not seen the last of Jose Alvarado. Trust me.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
We got another super chat here from Jeffrey Glenn. We need Hart to defensive rebound. Yes. And offensive rebound. We need him to rebound. That's the category that will decide this game. Love the Cat Brunson 2-man game. Need the wings to rebound. Hart's not doing any of the Josh Hart things this game. Not a blessed one of them.
When Josh Hart is not doing Josh Hart things,
he kills you.
Yeah, he kills you.
Especially
against this team that is, you want to talk about thing that Joe Mazzulla loves. Joe Mazzulla has dreams about leaving Josh Hart open. Like, he dreams about it. Like, he yearns for that.
Yeah. But Josh Hart is actually smart enough to know that. The question is, being smart enough to know that and anticipating it and planning for it, is that a positive or a negative? Because we know once Josh Hart gets in his own head,
yep,
it's over. Now, I was encouraged to see him make that last 3. That's good. I think the more important thing is, despite the fact that the Celtics are, look, they're playing the Knicks how they usually play the Knicks, and they're very smart about it. I think the Knicks are getting very quality looks. I think the only stretch of time where the Knicks were not getting quality looks is like the majority when the starters opened the game after the first couple of possessions.
Mm-hmm.
I think they went, into the tank, and I just think that that's because the offense kind of like slowed down to a slog. Now you can blame that on Josh Hart's presence out there. It's fine, it's fair. But we've seen them not have that happen, and they need to be better about making sure that doesn't happen. Brandon Williams saying it was a 2, not a 3. The Hart shot. It looked like a 3 in the moment. I'm assuming you're right.
Okay.
Yes, that's correct because it's 0 for 2 from 3. Get the foot behind the line, Josh. What else? Other numbers here. Hart with 3 turnovers. My God, he's been really bad. He's been really, really bad. What else? Other thoughts? Do you think it's a big game?
No. I saw Governor Perk try to say that the Knicks need to beat the Celtics. Yes, I'm talking to you people out there that try to make like I can't be this gullible. And you don't talk about me not having medium. This is why I don't have a medium, because if medium doesn't get the point across. Like I know. Listen, I understand the Knicks for clicks industrial complex, and we get slandered, and we're covered unfairly and everything like that. However, we just can't. I was going to say something so inappropriate. We just can't. When someone gives us a look that's flooding their eyes, we just can't jump. We can't also just can't.
It's got it.
Fall in love with
Point
them,
made.
right? And it's like Perk was sticking up for Brunson 2 years ago, and all of a sudden it was like, Governor Perk, let's invite him to the Garden. That is like,
Benji had that whole situation.
Oh, I called it too. I was like, he's a Celtic. Why you?
It's not even that. Just
don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Perk says 18 different outlandish things, and the one that he gets right, he's going to ride that until the legs fell off.
Yeah,
legs fall off, and he's been riding this one ever since.
Yeah, the fact that this game is supposed to mean something, like they need to win this game when they literally just beat them by 20 the last time they played them in the TD Jakes Center.
Look, let me say this. I think the Knicks are fully healthy tonight.
Yes.
The Celtics obviously are missing Jaylen Brown.
Don't care.
You don't care. I think it would be a bad look. I'm not saying it would be reason to be any more pessimistic. Like let me rephrase that. I think, however you feel about the Knicks already, I don't think that result would change how you feel. Like if you were optimistic about the Knicks after everything that has happened this season, both good and bad, I don't think that loss should change your opinion. If you're pessimistic about if you are pessimistic about the Knicks, I think that would probably just reinforce your feeling. So, yeah. But they should win the game.
Should they win the game? Yes. If they lose the game, it is not. There will not be a Jonathan Macri crash out in the post game show. Or no one at KFS will be crashing out. So it's like, all right, you lost the game.
No, I mean, right now, if the game ended right now, I would be like, starters kind of played like shit after a nice early flurry. In other news, the sun will come up tomorrow. And Josh Hart had probably his worst performance that we've seen in quite some time. And the Celtics were just much quicker to the ball. And the Knicks need to get their asses in gear. That's what I would say. That wouldn't be a crash out. By the way,
yes, go ahead.
Toronto 93-83 over Miami.
Look at Toronto. Look at Toronto.
2.5 minutes left in the Bam just big boyed. Who was that? Was that Pirtle? 93-85. Miami's pushing back because this was a 20-point game or a 19-point game. So it was a larger lead for Toronto. And Miami's giving it what they have. We'll see if it's going to be enough. Huh?
Which isn't much, but they're trying.
At some point, the talent is the talent, which is kind of how I feel about both these teams, Miami and Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Toronto has talent, but
yes.
and I was thinking about Toronto earlier, watching the beginning of this game. It's not like the Knicks wouldn't have to play very well to beat Toronto. I do think they would have to play very well to beat Toronto, but I just think it's easier for them to play well against the Raptors.
Dude, if you don't want Toronto, I don't. General, you, not Jonathan Macri. If you don't want Toronto, I don't know what basketball you're watching. Or Knicks PTSD has really kicked your
Well,
ass.
the Embiid situation, if someone told me that they would just rather have, here's the thing. It's not just that Embiid is missing and you can be like, well, they still have Maxey and Edgecombe and whatever Paul George is bringing to the table right now. Yes, but that Philly team already lacks depth. Like, depth is their weakest spot by far. And so you take away like one of their top end guys, and it's just like, I just don't think they have enough. You know, so I would hear a conversation about preferring Philly to Toronto, especially since Toronto's fully healthy finally, like quickly is back. And then the other one that's like, man, I haven't known what to do with them for months is Orlando.
Man,
because they're healthy now.
Remember in November when oh my God, they're physical. We have the problem for Orlando, and then the next time they played, the Knicks stuck them in the basket. Like teams that here's
but they haven't beat the Magic with a healthy Franz this year.
But they can't score either way.
The Magic can't.
Yeah, the Magic can't. So like teams that can't score will never scare me in the playoffs. That's why I was never afraid of Detroit last year. I'm like, all right.
No,
they got one.
Knicks couldn't score in that series either, and this Orlando team does not have the inner fight that Detroit even showed last year. We do have a super chat. Hold on here. Key Huber then. Don't want to get miserable again, so I won't bring up Josh. I thought it was a good half generally. Need to keep Cato off the boards in the second half. Maybe show Jose a bit on Pritchard. Yeah, the only thing that I think drives you crazy about that half is what you just said. It's the offensive boards from Boston. And that goes hand in hand with Josh, because that's why Josh is in there, to make sure that shit doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. And then the Pritchard thing, like everybody kind of has to own that, but yeah, I thought they took good shots. I thought the offense looked good for the most part for most of the half. They had some nice runs of defense, first possession defense, I should say, not the whole thing.
Couple comments I want to get to.
Go for it.
Aaron Pod says, I don't get Mike Brown saying he's only going to play 9 guys in the playoffs. I thought one of the main reasons we got him is because he will play more to bench guys, unlike Tibbs.
He didn't say that.
Well, I'll say this. Tibbs played 6.5 guys. So if Mike Brown's playing 9, that's an upgrade.
No, but he was asked specifically about the rotation. And I think it's okay for Mike Brown to be like, this is the rotation, but like Mike Brown doesn't have to say like everybody is going to be used at some point, because he's already shown us that. Mm-hmm. So, Tibbs, when he was like, every time he used the word situational, that was an insult.
Yes.
Because it was like, yeah, the situation is if everybody else dies. That's the situation that player is going to get in the basketball game.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. If half the arena explodes and they only have those other players. All right. Third quarter has begun. Brunson crosses half court. We got a Brunson cat 2-man action. Brunson 1-on-1 on Cato. Foul on Jordan Walsh.
Drew P says 0.1 will be negative after today. Includes games against terrible teams. Drew P, I will tell you this: they've been terrible against terrible teams. It's not like they've been kicking the terrible teams. Not like they've been starting well against terrible teams either.
To just be very clear, I don't know if this wasn't clear. I'll make it clear. If the starting lineup, nice McCall, top of the arc 3. If the starting lineup goes out there in the playoffs and plays on average like they have played on average during the regular season, like. That is such a catastrophic failure on so many levels of the organization. It's a nice play call, and someone has to be awake enough to get in the way of that. Come on, Josh, do something. All right, back to Josh.
Come on, Josh.
3 makes it.
There we go.
All right. Yeah, that would be a catastrophic failure on every level of the organization. They need to play better than they have played in the regular season. My guess is that the folks who are deciding this within the organization, and it ain't just Mike Brown, I promise you that, are banking on it being better.
Well, they better, or else it's their asses.
Okay, so they're involving. See, that's just the genius of the Boston offense. They managed right there, and there's fucking Kata again. Get it, Cat? Come on. To involve Brunson and Cat in the action at the same time when neither guy was guarding the ball handler. What the?
Sweet Georgia Brown started playing in your head.
Wide open.
Come on. Bang.
As OG goes, so go the Knicks.
And although no cat, no rings.
No cat,
no cat, no rings.
No cat, no. That is. Do not put that on a t-shirt.
CP might already put that on a t-shirt. That's his saying.
Is it really?
Yeah, he says all the time. No cat, no rings.
CP prints fucking money, so who am I to say anything? No cat, no rings.
No cat, no rings.
CP, if you're listening, I love you. I will not be buying that particular piece of merchandise.
All right, Knicks up 6, excuse me.
Yeah, 6. Hey, what are you doing? All right. Nice.
That's a
45-ish.
There we go.
Josh Hart open from the corner. Make him pay, Josh. Yeah. Make him pay, Josh. Listen, how you like me now? Come on.
Here's what I will say.
What? That when Josh Hart shoots with confidence, he's a really good basketball player?
Well, that's number one. Number two, every basketball fan has their pet peeves has things they like and dislike about basketball. Like, you gravitate towards Tom Thibodeau because he's a hard worker and he emphasizes the hard work and you love that shit.
No, it's because he gives no fucks and he's a hard worker. Continue.
Well, there has to be a level of no fucks given to be a hard worker. But
does there?
Yes.
That's a different,
because you can get sidetracked very easily. Like if you give a fuck. Like, anyway, what I've realized and I've noticed about myself my entire basketball playing life is that I find it abhorrent players who do not shoot when they're open.
Oh, okay.
It is a crime against basketball to not shoot when you're open. Unless you're open for a reason. Right? If else you're like, okay, if Mitchell Robinson obviously is open at the time, right? But like,
I know what you're saying.
Shoot. And my thing about Josh has always been, it's not like he's Russell Westbrook who shoots 29%.
Yeah.
He would shoot league average.
But here's the thing with Josh, and it's a little bit, so it's not that he's not fully not confident. I think that's an oversimplification. I actually think he's incredibly confident. And I think part of that confidence manifests itself at times when he's like, okay, I could take this shot, but I know how skilled I am, as Toronto's making a big push here. 107-90. They're now up by 17 a minute into the fourth quarter. This one's very close to being over. Josh Hart knows he knows how skilled he is. And he thinks he can outsmart the defense. And the reality is, against the best defenses in the league, it's like, unfortunately, that's probably not the case. Not to say you're never going to be able to, but at some point it is just geometry. And that is why, last thing I'll say on it, because again, I know people are sick and tired of hearing me talk about this. It shouldn't just fall on him. Like, there should be a collective, like, everybody in the organization knows this shit's going to happen sometimes, right? So what are the, like, what's the decision tree? You know what I mean? Like, how are we attacking this? Like, okay, it's happened a couple times. He was open, didn't shoot it for whatever reason. It's like, all right, what are we just taking Josh Hart out of the game? Are we just being like, shoot it, Josh, shoot it? Or are we going to try to run some different shit to try to make it so that is not single-handedly crippling the offense? And I feel like they too often at times have gotten to the place where that next step is not taken. And another reason why I will always defend him staying in the starting lineup, for as much as I this year, at least, I'd throw it on my hands. I'd just fucking try anything, is because we have seen them do that other stuff, like making sure he gets involved enough where it's like, It's not like I have a Ferrari sitting in the car, but I'm taking the Civic to work. Like that was Benji's comp, which I fucking love that analogy. But it's kind of in between that and like solid offense. You know what I mean? Anyway, I've talked for long enough.
It comes down to like people play how they want to play, and
that's absolutely right.
And Josh wants to do that. Like to your point, like I can outsmart the defense. You know what can outsmart the defense? Taking an open fucking shot, because that actually would make your job easy. That would make your job easier.
That's great. That's butter from Tatum. My goodness, can't defend that any better than OG Anunoby just did. That was
we're gonna
beautiful.
beat them again, by the way. I don't give a fuck.
What's that?
In the playoffs, we're gonna beat them again.
Guy Huber says, "I'm taking credit for the Josh resurgence. You're welcome, everyone."
Fuck you. I'm taking credit for that shit.
Oh, speaking of Josh Hart, great. See, but that wasn't just.
But you know what got this started, Guy Huber? Then that first three, that was the longest two in the world. But like since then he's been rolling.
He just got touch grass. What the fuck? Pick up the basketball.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Sorry,
OG, that was OG. Get that basketball. There it is.
Let go of his arm.
Yeah, Cat. Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
Cat.
Yes.
Get feisty.
That. Give me that. Get fucking pissed off. Please get pissed off. Get the fuck off me. Yes. Get him off.
Like,
good.
Are they still showing on Prime? They moved away from that.
No, they're showing it on MSG again.
Okay.
Absolutely. Give me that.
Exactly, Michael Aaron. He's shooting 40%. He should be taking 6 a game. Like if I were Josh Hart, I would be like, wait, like I would take it. Great. I would take it personally. There we go. OG.
But that was if you shoot it enough, like Hart has been now, then they're going to help off of OG a little bit in the corner, which is how OG gets that shot. Now he's been hitting that, so it's good possession, but.
That's a good recovery.
That's good defense.
That's good recovery.
That's good recovery.
All right.
And that's just
good.
Like,
good. If that went in, what can you do?
Can we just say wonderful board work? Records guy.
Just
Cat offensive rebound. Get it in there. Come on. Get it in.
There we go.
See, but that was one of those moments. He's like, oh, they're guarding me now. I'm going to put it on the floor. He outthought himself.
My Josh Hart. Go ahead.
You were saying something, and then the Knicks really interrupted you.
My Josh Hart villain arc starts as 2 places. One, Game 2 against Miami in 2023, when Spoelstra left him wide ass open, and I was like,
couldn't be happier to do it.
And I was like, I don't think it's a Josh Hart series. And my friend Cedric Sean was just like, how can you say that? He's a heart and soul of the team. I was like, I don't give a fuck. He's not he's like,
by the way,
shooting.
Speaking of Josh, good job by him getting out on that Pritchard 3-point attempt. 1. Number 2, that last play, the Cat offensive rebound with Tatum being the closest thing. What a drive by Cat. Vooch is in the game. Fucking chat time.
I told you when they traded for Vooch, man.
I don't think Vooch
fucking matter.
I don't think Vooch could play in the series.
I told you, like Vooch. I said he's fucking food. I'm like Vooch, man.
So here's the thing. I'm not saying that Cat's entire series has to be what I'm about to say, but if you're putting center on Josh and you're putting Tatum on Cat, Cat needs to get 5 offensive rebounds a game.
Dude, yes.
It has to.
Because you outweigh him by like 40 pounds.
And listen, I don't give a fuck what kind of medical science, where it's at nowadays. That dude's coming off the injury. He's coming off of
the worst injury an NBA
the worst injury you could have. And I'm not trying to be like injure him. That's not what I'm saying, to be very clear. But like, you have a player who is not at peak physical condition. You are, what is Carl Towns?
260, and I'm being nice.
You say it, not me. Like, make him pay or make them pay if they're gonna try to do that to you.
Yes,
like he just did.
As someone who tore his Achilles, and yes, while I understand I am not an NBA player, I am a human being. And my physical therapist says, I was like, when?
Dayton.
Yo, he might be 285.
That's unkind.
The therapist, I think that's okay, maybe like 270.
I'm gonna check what is listed. Continue.
Yeah, my therapist says it's gonna take 12 to 18 months. And I was able to play basketball. I tore my Achilles. You know what's funny?
What?
I tore my Achilles in May. So me and Jason Tatum both tore our Achilles in May. Mine was the end of May. His was middle of May. I was clear to play basketball in January, but it took me. I remember feeling the tendons pulling in my ankle when I moved laterally because I had to be used. Like that shit takes time. Like I remember jumping for a football and just missing it. And my friend Allie goes, Sean, I think you'd have caught that last year. Like that shit takes time. And to think that in the playoffs, when to your point, people are just gonna lean on you and be physical and make you work harder, it's not gonna make a difference. Like, come on, man. Like if we don't beat this team in the playoffs, I'll be disappointed.
I mean, I'll be disappointed. I'm not at the point of that I would be shocked yet. Guy Huber, then, to be clear, I love Hart as I loved Starks. That's the Hart comp, to be very clear, which is ironic because I was not a John Starks guy. One of the happiest days of my life was when
neither was I.
For Latrell Sprewell. And both drove me insane at times. The world is taking nukes. I just want to win before that happens. We all do, man. We all do. Yeah, like, you know what? I guess I would probably feel differently about Starks if he played nowadays. But and actually, no, more accurately, I would feel differently about Starks if he came along after the 20 years that we had, most of 20 years that we had to watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would have looked at John Starks as a gift from the gods. And then
that's true. Yeah.
Brian asks, "How do you not love Starks?" My first season watching the game of basketball was 1993-94 season, and I thought, oh, this is so cool. You just pick a team and they just win. And then Game 7, I didn't know that like you could lose. I was just like, oh, this is fucking great. And then they lost Game 7, and I never figured.
You know, I have
Starks for it.
I've erased Game 7 from my. Well, not I should say erased Game 7 from my memory. Like, I just remember yelling.
Oof.
Oh, there we go.
Tatum,
I just remember yelling at TV that Derek Harper needed more shots.
Yes, and probably Rolando Blackman needed to get off the bench and take Starks' place. Brunson going to trying to get it right back. It's a good shot, open shot. And there's Tatum doing what Tatum does. And Vooch makes it after all that nasty shit we just said about Vooch.
No, listen, that dude can do one thing.
All right, listen, you just built up a 12-point lead. Don't fucking give it right back, please.
I didn't like Starks because all the girls in high school liked him. There we go.
How did he not see Brunson relocate?
We can't have nice things.
How did he not see Brunson move? We're going to give this entire lead back in about 2 minutes, aren't we?
Probably.
Come on.
Down
guys.
8.
72-65.
Excuse me. 7.
And then they got the switch. Brunson on Tatum.
But you know what? That's good
great defense. And of course,
Derek
so how does that? So everybody boxed out.
Okay, that's an offensive foul.
So Brunson just brilliant switching defense on Tatum.
That's a foul. Yep,
and that's a foul.
He's playing good aggressive defense.
No, it's good. Fuck.
Yeah, he moved into the landing area. Toronto.
Oh yeah, he absolutely did.
Toronto's gonna be tied for the 5 seed when they win this game, and they have the tiebreaker over in Atlanta. Well, I don't know that because I don't know the head-to-head series.
Hold on, I have a picture on my phone.
The picture I sent you.
Oh yeah. So then, so look at that.
I actually deleted that picture like 2 hours ago. I'll find it.
Ball online.
Atlanta, okay. Atlanta and Toronto.
I have it.
Okay. Toronto lost the tiebreaker.
So Toronto has the tiebreaker versus.
Oh, Toronto has the tiebreaker. Could you imagine the Raptors are the Raptors were like looking at ninth like a week ago. All right, Knicks up 6. Let's get 3 points here. Let's get 2 points here.
So 7-0 run. Mitch in for Hart. Interesting. Okay. Come on, make this.
Oh,
That's
God.
going down.
Yep, man. Just like that 3-point game.
God damn it! This. You can't let up against this team.
But there's gonna be runs. There's gonna be runs. You're not gonna beat this team by 25 points. Like
no.
Well, I mean, you could beat them by 30. Hey!
Nice. Good job.
You beat them by 39, but not 25.
Okay.
Yeah,
yes. What?
Yes. Oh,
who'd they call it on? They called it on Cat?
Cat.
Let's see that again. No, they're not going to show it. The MSG feed is showing the replay of the Mitch LU.
So is Prime.
Wait. Oh, here we go. I don't. What do they call it?
They called an OG. They called an OG. According to our friends at Prime.
I can see it. Again, switching.
But you know what? I kind of like this.
I don't mind it.
Huh?
I don't mind it.
Yeah, if you want to do fucking Tatum ISO, go right ahead.
You need to do at least some of it. Like you have to. You can't have it like not be a part of your arsenal. Yeah. And now Brunson has to make him pay, and he does. Great job, Jalen. Right, take Shireman right into the bucket.
Whoops.
Yep. Okay. Come on. Get it back. Get it back to 10. Push it back. Show these guys a little something. Come on.
Yes, Sam Hauser. Come on. There we go. Bang, bang. Short.
That's one of those shots that has always been automatic. You knew that was going down.
Gotta get back.
It's just not as automatic as it has been usually. That was a big
swing.
5-point
swing.
Brunson missing and then Shireman nailing that. It was a big swing. I mean, Boston did a good job pushing it there. And the Knicks were slow to get back.
All right.
What do you think of the fact that they went to the double big and without Hart?
I love it.
In place of Hart.
I love it because if Hart is, I mean, listen, Hart has been playing very well lately, but listen, throwing out different looks, especially when you're getting killed on the freaking glass. Might as well. Like if Hart, you're not going to rebound today. All right, we'll get this guy to rebound.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I just like Mitch against the Celtics, obviously.
And listen, I think someone asked in the chat, do you think teams are gonna hack a Mitch in the playoffs? This motherfucker is gonna do it. Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely. And I don't blame him. Really quick from Kevin Danchesky earlier, I will say if they lose even one game to tomorrow, all the RJ stands will come out where they've been hiding the last 3 years. Kevin, the RJ stands have not been hiding. They come out anytime that dude has 22 points. I can't wait to watch us put them in the mud. Although, if they're the 5 seed, then we may not get a chance to put them in the mud.
You know who we should get on the pod? Emmy Rossum. She's like at every Knick game.
Let's do it.
I can't say I've watched a whole lot of what she's been in.
Is Emmy Rossum from Shameless?
Yes.
Okay.
This is
I thought that was.
It was just an errant pass by OG. It was a great play call. It was a really good play call. Fuck.
You cannot leave him open.
He just didn't get back fast enough. Yeah. Come on, man.
See, my thing is I'd put Vooch in the action every single time and play him off the floor.
I mean, they kind of tried to do that
because he's
with the lob, and then OG just attacked the basket and just missed the freaking shot. That's going down. and nobody's there to come on, get a goddamn this guy just got to. This offensive rebounding is it has to be point number one after this game. Has to be point number one. This team cannot be getting out hustled.
Yeah, it's hustle and effort.
It's just hustle.
And you had 2 days off. I don't hear you're tired.
Listen, that's fucking nonsense. Tired.
I'll be right back.
Yep. All right. And here's Hart back in the game along with Shamit. OG takes a seat. Okay. So who do we got in? Oh, it's still Boston ball. Great. So we got JB, Deuce, Shamit. Okay. Of course, that goes down. Knicks are now losing by 2. Boy, this game flipped in a fucking hurry. Hart and Mitch. 19-4 run. Unbelievable.
Not for me. This team doesn't make that. This team doesn't.
They were playing really well, though. And, like, I think it's been a combination. Like, obviously, Boston has hit some shots. But I think that my bigger issue is offensively. They just haven't been able to capitalize on good opportunities.
Yes. The JB miss.
Like, OG lob to Mitch, miss. OG miss at the rim. The JB miss. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything.
Take the 3.
Brunson long 2.
There we go.
Okay. That's a stabilizer.
Now I was going to say earlier.
What's that?
2s between the top of the key and the top of the 3-point line I don't like. But I like nice 18-footer. I'll take that. Like, not all 1-2s are created equal.
They just cannot solve Peyton Pritchard at all. Not even a little bit.
It's just a sentence no one should really, you should not be able to utter. There we go, Mitch. There we go.
You got fouled. Still, man, what is Pritchard up to now?
40.
It feels like it. Pritchard has 23 on 10 of 17 shooting.
The leading scorer in the game. Well, for Boston anyway. Oh, no, in the game.
For the game. Brunson doesn't have 23.
Brunson has 20.
I wonder if we'll see Alvarado here.
At some point you have to or moving screen.
No, Boston is or the Knicks. Yeah, Knicks going to the free throw line. Oh wait, no, they fouled Mitch.
Hackimich.
This was Hackimich. Yep, that's it.
Oh, because they're okay. First in the last 2 minutes.
Man, what a disappointing turn of events in this third quarter.
Can't really call the third quarter of doom, but it's the third quarter of come on.
No, because they actually played. Hey, nice job, Mitch. Because they actually played well for a while, which was so strange because they played well with the starters in, for the most part.
Yep,
for the most part.
Raptors up 25.
I know the Raptors. So the Raptors are going to win,
and they're going to be the 5 seed tonight.
For now.
For now. And then Cleveland, Atlanta tomorrow.
And Mitch goes 1 of 2.
All right, I'll take it.
You'll always take that.
Okay. Knicks down 124 left. Sean for W and Jonathan Macri, KFS Watch Along. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to the 642 people joining us. How did he make that pass? That
was really good defense.
Yeah, that was a great pass.
It was really good defense by Jay. Jalen's defended really well in this game.
Yes, he has. See, right. I like this. I like that. But you got to hit the shot, Josh.
Got to hit the shot. That's a shot he should take. It's a shot he should make. Mm-hmm. And, of course, tonight doesn't go down. All right. Let's see. They're not going. Are they going 2 for 1? They're gonna get a 2 for 1.
Yes, they are.
I mean, he was kind of there, but
not enough. Yeah.
Well, not there enough. Unbelievable! What a freaking turnaround! All with Tatum on the bench, by the way.
This is good.
Better
There we go.
Can you get a stop? Feels like they haven't gotten any stops. All right, Deuce giving it a shot.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, he's unbelievable in those situations. He's taking 40. Oh, Iron Eagles like Pritchard's unbelievable in these end of quarter situations. I'm like, yeah, when he's taking a 40-foot three, not driving to the basket.
Is that going to be a jump ball now? Or is that the end of the quarter?
A jump ball, end of the quarter.
Oh, it's the end of the quarter. Okay. All right, end of quarter, 83-81. Celtics go from being down 1 at halftime to now being up 2 entering the fourth quarter. Tatum up to 18 points, but still not shooting well. 5 of 17 overall. Pritchard, obviously the big star here. 10 of 17, 23 points. On the Knicks side, Brunson, not the most efficient night because he only has 2 free throws, and he's actually missed his last 3 or 4 threes, but still 22 points, by far their leading scorer. No one else. Bridges is 4 for 4, but only 4 shots.
And I see he took 2 of them in the first 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, nobody else really filling up the box score very much. And again, the number that just kills you now, 12-5 offensive rebounds for the Celtics. I mean, just can't happen.
Brian Valderrama 75 says Tibbs didn't switch on the Celtics to the playoffs. Do you think Mike has any adjustments he's not going to show in this game?
Man.
Yes.
By the way, Celtics up to 35% from 3.
Yeah, they're shooting like
I'm sure he'll have some stuff, but I don't know if it's not going to be as significant.
Although he switched the fourth game of the season last year, that's when he started switching. Okay, go ahead. I'm pretty sure that was the first time they started switching and not let me do this. Hold on. That was the first. Oops, not you. Come on. Let's do that. There we go. I'm pretty sure that fourth game, but basically a year ago, was when they first started switching, and they didn't get their ass kicked. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there are things that he has up his sleeve, like how they attack ghost coverage, for example. So, all right, 83-81, end of the third quarter. JD224 says, "How does team blow every lead they ever get?" Dude, it's the NBA. There's swings, there's ups and downs, and lefts and rights. Like this Celtics team is good. Like they're the 2 seed for a reason. So for me, it's not that you blow the lead; it's how you blow the lead. It's how you blow the lead. Welcome back, Johnny.
Hello.
Actually, now I have water right here. Good.
Celtics are starting this quarter with the ball, we should note.
Okay.
Also, Philly getting smacked by Houston, which that Philly still was kind of alive for the 6th seed.
Yeah.
Not probably after this.
And they will be in a tie for Charlotte. Charlotte will now have backed their way into a tie for the 8th seed. And according to our trusty little
as long as they're not 6th.
Philadelphia has a tiebreaker against Charlotte. So they'll still be 8th.
I think the Knicks I think they're either going to play the Hawks, the Raptors, or the Magic.
Yes. I don't think Charlotte's not getting to 6th.
I do not think they will. All right. So what's the lineup? It's the usual.
Shamit. All right. Shamit, your turn on Peyton Pritchard.
Listen, he forced them into a long 2. Good screen from Mitch.
Good recovery by Pritchard. This is the no. Well, I guess there's your creator.
That's
right
a
there.
hell of a. That's nice little move by JC.
Yep. There's your shot. Oh, this is the. Again, 82 games of experimentation. I'm mad. I just thought about that at game 80 because
what?
The concept of 82 games of experimentation because these the no cat, no Brunson lineup.
Fuck. Of course he hits that. That was really good defense for whatever that was, 20 seconds.
And
like an above the break three from Shireman, like isn't the worst outcome, but man, you defended that so well. And this motherfucker's 4 or 5 from 3. You be kidding me. Come on. Get alley-oop.
Oh,
you had it. Had it, and now you don't have it anymore. What's that?
Not a playmaker.
No.
Oh, that's our ball. That's our ball.
Nice effort.
It's our ball. It's our ball. It's our ball. It's our ball. Yep. Oh, yeah. What's name was late to get on that Shireman shot?
Who?
Clarkson was late.
He was.
And he got screened off. He probably fell asleep for a second.
Yeah, I mean there was a lot of bodies. That's why it didn't just.
That's a good screen. Oh, come on, dudes, hit the shot.
I didn't. That was a long 2. I didn't love that.
That was a 3.
I didn't think it was a 3. I think that was a 2.
There we go.
Mitch's hands. Come on, Landry. Oh, that would have been big. Foul Clarkson under the basket.
He's like, I'm not trying to guard Fucci, man.
Could he use either that Deuce shot or that Clarkson shot to go down as Tatum comes back in the basketball game? Pitcher's got to sit at some point, right?
At some point.
You would think.
All right. In completely selfish news, Jason Tatum has 17 shot attempts.
Oh, you took his shots over.
So yeah, and I need 22. I need him to take 5 shots this quarter. I think, and now 4 shots this quarter, and to win it. I don't want them to go in. I just want
6. This is the biggest lead of the game, right?
I think they've had a bigger lead than 6.
If they have, it's been a long time. I don't think they have actually.
Boston's largest lead was 7.
All right, JC again. I guess they're just going to trust him as the offense in these lineups.
Yep.
I mean, they're going to have to if other guys aren't making shots. Okay, how are you going to play this?
Good recovery.
That was well defended.
Yep. That's good defense.
Get it.
That's a good shot. I mean, that's good defense. Good defense.
Listen, Mitch is playing his ass off. Really playing his ass off. Come on, Landry. That's got it. No, they
got to hit shots.
I think this is going to make Brown question the viability of this.
Yeah.
And one. That was nasty. Man, this is they have to be careful here because and that Boston push in the third, that was the game. And it was the 2 straight threes, you know?
Mm-hmm. And the Jalen missed and that led to the 5-point swing. But that could be the game, but it's still
Yeah, I think their defense just relaxed a little bit. That's all it was. I think the defense just relaxed. And now they're down by 7.
Landry's defense has been okay. He's not that he gives nothing. Landry's arguably their best on-ball defender, which says a lot.
Yeah, look, Landry, it's not.
But they didn't sign him for that. He has hit shots. That I wouldn't push back on you.
Come on,
got to score. Listen, this is a Jordan Clarkson dream. Oh, Hart's back in the game.
For who? For OG.
Probably.
Get that. There we go. Interesting move to put Hart in. I mean, he wants OG for down the stretch, obviously. Yeah. Now you can't put the 5 on Hart here because of Mitch. Yeah, go get that ball, JC.
Screen. Take the 3. Bang bang. Oh my goodness.
I have no issue with that shot.
I don't either.
He hasn't
But
taken a lot of threes. I'll say that.
McAllister the scores table.
Good rotations here.
Actually,
what jump ball?
It got screwed up because
what? Those were great rotations.
No, but Josh and Mitch both followed Payton Pritchard into the paint. The rotations were good, but both of them shouldn't have followed Payton Pritchard into the paint.
Yes. Man, I'm so fascinated to see if he sticks with the no cat, no GB lineups to start the playoffs. I'm really interested to see. Now Brunson's back in. So JB back in.
And McCall.
Josh from the corner. Listen, man, sometimes you just got to make shots.
It's a make or miss league.
It's a big three. Big three. What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing here, guys?
Getting a stop. Get up.
And they're going to call it. Come on, man. I don't like that.
No, I don't either. That's a superstar call.
He just fell. And they're looking at it. They're thinking about it. I don't think they're going to challenge it, but they're thinking about it. Are they?
I don't see a foul.
Oh, man, he fell down, man.
He fell.
That dude just fell down.
And they haven't – I don't think they've challenged the whole game.
He tripped on Mitch's foot. I mean, you save your challenge because it's not even a shooting foul.
Yeah.
And I don't even know about imminent possession, but what's happening here? Sixers still down 20. I don't even what.
I have no idea what happened here.
I don't know. Well, it's been a hell of a game. More frustrating than not, I would say. Would you agree?
It's slightly frustrating, but again, I'll say this: if they were 2.5, if they were 1.5 games out of 2 seeds instead of 2.5 games out of 2 seed, I'd feel a little bit more.
If the 2 seed was more realistic,
yes,
I think is what you're saying.
Yeah, but now this is what did Andrew always say? Data collection. This is data collection.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're trying to win the basketball game.
Yes,
you know. I just think this is a game that should give Boston a decent amount of confidence, if I'm being honest. Like, why wouldn't it?
And I agree.
You know, Ray wonders what you're drinking.
Water.
Armin says the data has not been good. It's been some good, you know. It's been some good.
It's information. All information is good.
Yeah, it's some good. Like, look, the Knicks offense, like at times, has looked really good tonight. At times, they have the Celtics have like gotten a couple on them. Like they have 90 points midway through the fourth, and they're shooting 49% from the field and 38% from three. That's like, I mean, and that's just because of the possession game, you know, because they have 5 offensive rebounds, which is wild.
Oh man, that is wild.
You know,
like actually, the most frustrating part about this game is watching them getting killed on the boards in the first quarter. That was annoying.
It's the offensive rebounds, and then just like that stretch in the third where they just couldn't seem to get out of their own way. And it just wasn't good enough. I mean, look, the Celtics offense is really good. They're whatever they are, second best offense in basketball for a reason.
In the Knicks betting and sorting chat, we're making fun of you when you were afraid of Vucci Man in Miami.
Yeah. Listen, I'm always gonna if there's a player, a substandard player to have an overly high amount of respect for, I will have respect.
You know what? Because Ray is here, I'm gonna have a drink. I'm gonna pour it at the next stoppage of play.
I am going to finish off a bottle of wine that's been in my fridge for about as long as it could be in before I need to dispose of it. So I'll finish that off tonight.
5 days?
It's been I think
7. Is it red or white? First question.
it's white.
It's white because it's in the fridge.
It's orange wine actually, which is my wine of choice.
I have this rule that wine has to be finished in 48 hours.
Oh my God.
I feel like it goes bad after 48 hours, but apparently it doesn't.
It's not as good, but it's still fine.
Ray's drinking a Poppy 15.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
Houston now up 25. I don't even know why I have this game on.
Oh man, Cleveland, Atlanta tomorrow is going to have the entire Eastern. Well, nine
the foul on?
seats of the Eastern Conference watching, and I do not know who the foul's on.
Foul's on Brunson.
Cade is back in. Grab your nuts.
So they have their main. They have pretty much their main guys.
Except for Shireman is the. Wait, Shireman starts. How's it? Does it start?
No, they have Pritchard in for Jordan Walsh.
And then Pritchard in. No, I thought I saw. No, I thought. Oh, that's Derek White.
That's a great defensive.
That's a great pass. Yes.
So Cat's hands there.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome stuff.
Didn't somebody on this call give out Knicks fourth quarter money line?
I did.
There you go, Jonathan.
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
That was on Clarkson, right?
I missed it because apparently my phone was transcribing everything I was saying just now.
Come on, Josh. JB, Josh, pick and roll. Old reliable. Can we say Josh Hart has had a good half? Are we allowed to say that?
That's how you drive, Josh Hart. From now on, that's how you drive.
Meanwhile, Josh Hart now 18 points on 7 of 11 from the field.
This is good, Josh Hart.
Oh, God.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
That cannot go in. He's got that shot in his bag now?
He's getting back on defense like he does. Like, look at me.
I mean, listen, credit to him. You probably shouldn't let him take it fucking wide open, but
you're like, yeah, you can have that.
They defended that possession well.
10 and 10 for
Cato. They're carving it up now.
Yep. Remember when? All right, 96-96, 5 minutes, clutch time.
You know it.
Ooh.
Fucking A. They're not missing.
He attacked the closeout very well. JB was a little bit off balance.
Yep. I mean, they know where to attack.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Boom! There we go. There we go. It only took 79 games.
Yeah. That was a big time shot from Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're clearing out. What do you got, Josh?
See, these matchups Josh takes personally.
Yes, he does.
And he locks in. Oh my goodness. I just had a flashback.
Everybody had to. It's the same amount of time left in the game, roughly.
It's damn near the same spot.
It's the same spot. It was the spot, and about the same amount of time in the game.
But by the way, not that I think anyone from Boston is watching this game, watches live stream. But can we stop with the Knicks were cheering when Tatum got hurt? The Knicks fans were cheering when Tatum got hurt. Because I was there. And what happened was, lost the ball. Everyone sees OG go up and score on the fast break. And then I look down and see him writhing on the floor. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. And I looked at my phone on the replay. I saw that no one touched him. I was like, oh, shit. So, yes, for the 1.5 Boston fans that are watching
this cat.
All right. There we go. That's Josh hustles to get that one. All right. Who wants it more,
now he's
fellas?
hustling. Come on. All right.
Okay, here we go.
Now, what are you gonna? Can we get the ball to Cat? Confidence. Good look.
Yeah, it was a good look. I like the clear out there. I like Cato guarding Brunson. in space.
Great.
That's a great
this
pass.
Is wonderful defense. And of course, this motherfucker, because he
That's
hasn't missed
great
tonight.
pass. See, and as much shit as Tatum gets, Tatum's passing is what started that.
Oh, his passing's all. He's a great passer.
There we go.
Foul.
He went. Okay. Tatum wants a challenge.
No, they're not gonna challenge.
Let's see if this is all. I think Tatum thinks he got all ball, but his body made contact.
Shireman is now 5 of 6 from deep. You believe that?
Yes.
5 of 6. Unbelievable. Has hit everything. Hit both of these, Cat. Come on. There we go. 3:22 left to go, by the way. Cat, second free throw coming up. Man, now I really want to win this game.
I mean, I always wanted to win the game.
I know. You know what? Can we just say Cat's played a great game?
Yes, he has.
Cat's played a great game. Great game. Well, everything I want to see against Boston. Save for maybe a couple more rebounds here and there.
They call him the cheat code for a reason.
That's a apt moniker. At times.
So Walsh is not coming back in the game. They're sticking with Pritchard.
They're switching it.
That's a foul. That's a good recovery. Oh, awesome. Wow.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
And McCall getting over to that is what spooked Pritchard.
Yep. Great recovery. Boston with 5 turnovers this quarter. Actually, you know what's funny? Wait.
Okay, come on. What Cats? What is? I don't know what's going on. Ow! Get in there, baby. Fucking closer. Let's go. In his bag.
Good.
Oh my God, this fucking guy. You gotta be shitting me. This guy's turning into Steph Curry. You gotta be kidding me.
That was good. It was good recovery by Cat too.
It was a great recovery. It was a great defensive possession. It was great.
There goes
everything about it was great.
I wonder how much Baylor Shireman for most threes in this game was.
Fucking A, my Lord. He hasn't missed. What?
Great pass. Yes, he is. Dan Van Gundy called out. He's manipulating their pick and roll defense. All right, now OG on Tatum. They got the switch. That's good. Yes! D-Card.
Great D-Cat.
All right. Let's score here. Come on. That's right. Barbecue chicken. Foul. Thank you.
It's foul.
It's a late call.
And by the way, Hart was there for that rebound.
Yes. Timeout. All right, timeout. Let me go make this drink.
That's the pass of the year from Jalen Brunson. It's got to be the pass of the year from Jalen Brunson. Man, Cat tried so hard on that contest. Cat's defending, man. Oh, what a pass! Whew. The Baylor Shireman show. Who would have thought it in Jason Tatum's return game that this is what? Luis asked a good question. How did Josh catch that pass? It was a great pass, but it was a great catch. I mean, phenomenal. Brian's wondering about the standing stance now. We'll do that in a bit, but basically, we don't know anything yet. It's too early. There's still so much to be decided. This game is going to matter, because obviously the Knicks may be 3, they may be 4. But now that Toronto won, Toronto has technically passed Atlanta because they have the tiebreaker. But they're tied in the standings. Orlando's a game back. Okay. Brunson, 2 massive free throws coming up, obviously. Big Freeze, great comment right here. It's minutes like these that make you believe in this lineup. It's minutes like these that make you believe in this team. You know, I hear Sean, by the way, making his drink. This is phenomenal. It's minutes like these that make you believe in this team. That they, because here's the thing. There's never been a question that they're capable of going toe to toe down the stretch with anybody. That's not the problem. The problem is, you know, it's not. We don't have a problem with a team that lets go of the rope. We don't have a problem with a team that folds in the fourth quarter. We don't have a problem with a team that, like, you know, they're in a tough physical game and they're going to wilt down the stretch. We don't have that. Those are not the problems of the New York Knicks. The problems of the New York Knicks, we know what they are. They're problems out of the gate. So it's about solving those, and then it's about, you know, continuing to play up to their standards for 48 minutes. You know, thinking back to Game 4 against the Celtics last year, like when the Knicks played, for me, the best 24 minutes of basketball I've ever seen this team play, and since I've been watching in 1993. You know, in the second half of Game 4. When you had Jason Tatum, who is going to go down probably as a top 30 to 40 all-time player when he retires, having maybe the best half of his career, and the Knicks are just better. Yep. You know, but they could do that. We know they could do that. We know we know they have it in them to do that.
Which is why they're frustrating.
Yeah, and look, you know, playing the role of Game 4 Jason Tatum tonight is Baylor Shireman, because holy shit. This is insane what the kid's doing.
It happens.
What annoys me, last thing, what annoys me is just players love coming to play in MSG. Like, this kid's having the time of his life. He's not afraid of the stage, you know?
I'll tell people when this happens to every team. Warriors fans are still annoyed about the Deuce game where he hit like 7 threes against them a few years ago. I'm drinking a French Connection. So cheers to all of you.
All right, big free throws here. Big free throws.
Oh, where's my God? Oh, here it is.
All right. JB to make it a 3-point. Well, I guess they had both. So let's see if we can make both. I don't like this camera angle. And Brunson misses the first. I knew it. I didn't like the camera angle. How do I know that that's going to come back to bite them in the ass?
All right. Up 2. 1 stop.
Well, they're going to need a couple of stops, I think.
Thank you, Ray.
So they got Cat on Shireman? Why? Why is Cat on Shireman? And now Tatum's on Brunson. And they have. It's going down.
Hustle, Bridges.
Who blocked out? Who blocked out Vooch?
I think it was Bridges. No, it's not Bridges. I think it was OG. All right, 2 points, and we're
get a score, man.
Yes. Take the
No. Oh, my God.
Take the 3. That's going in.
Fuck you, Josh Hart! My motherfucking guy, dude! My motherfucking guy! Y'all motherfuckers can get off of... Just get off the fucking boat! It's my boat! I drive the boat! Josh Hart, he's my co-captain! That's my motherfucker! Okay?
Listen. You need a miracle, I give you the FBI. 2, there is nobody better from 3.
My mom just texted me. I'm wondering if she's watching.
The Josh Hart experience, John Chu. You have never been more right.
That is my guy. Iceberg straight ahead. Let's speed the fuck up. Let's go. Hand me that drink. We're cutting the lifeboats loose before anybody's on them. You are. You are here for this ride, friends. Oh God, I love him so much.
It's Q33 super chat. Thank you for your generous contribution. I'll shut the fuck up about Hart. Listen, I'll say this. I said it is on camera. I was like, that's going in as soon as you let it go.
All right,
there's no one better with 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
Game's not over yet. Game's not over yet.
Not over. Oh, listen, we know it's not over, but especially get a rebound.
That could have been worse.
That could have been worse, but
all right, I said they need to get.
It took them 6 seconds to score. That's the problem.
Well, listen, they got the offensive rebound. You know.
Bye. Oh, okay. That's smart. They're
not speeding him up. They're not speeding him up.
Someone set a screen. There we go.
No, he doesn't. Can't do it again. Y'all can fuck off. Y'all can fuck off. Oh. Makes me proud to be a Knicks fan. Have I told you that, Sean? Have I told you this man makes me proud to be a fan of the New York Knickerbockers?
Chris Dayton, 82 games of data collection. My ass, you say. Well, guess what? Now Joe Mazzulla has the decision to make if we play these dudes in the second round, because he can't ghost coverage this motherfucker if he's shooting like this, or just
he'll
shooting.
Still do it. He'll still do it. He'll still do it. Oh, I have to go do a post game.
You have to do a post game.
Oh my God. Hold on. Told y'all to fuck right off.
Who let? Okay.
Woo!
Josh Hart, 26 points.
He was 5 for 5 from 3 in the second half.
26 points, one more rebound than you got.
I might need to get something stronger than the rest of my glass of wine for this post game. Oh, Jesus!
Do you know what the French
Christ.
Connection is?
No, I don't.
It is Hennessy and Grand Marnier together.
And of course, Tim Bontemps sends out a post game tweet not mentioning one word by Josh Hart. All right, I gotta do the post game. Sean, I'm gonna let's say goodbye. Okay. Sean, thank you for joining us. Over 800 people watching. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to attempt to get some composure before I go. Anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
Study hall this weekend, probably Saturday. Check out after school that we did yesterday. And just watch everything on KFS.
We got a lot of great shit coming up. Watch everything on KFS, starting with my post-game show right now. We will talk to you soon. Peace out.